my name is Maddie, or Books with Maddie. So this is a continuation of the series that I started a couple months ago called I Read blank for the first time and then fill in an author's name. This version is I Read Sarah J. Maas for the first time. I previously did I Read Holly Black for the first time. I will have that linked in the card up here, whichever side that is. I'm going to do a really brief intro. This video is long. It is longer than I thought it would be, and it also only encompasses the first two books in the ACOTAR series. I wanted to fully encapture all of my emotions and thoughts as I was going through this video, which is why I'm splitting this up into multiple parts. The first part of this video is obviously reading A Court of Thorns and Roses and A Court of Mist and Fury. The second part of this video, which will hopefully be coming out in January, is reading A Court of Wings and Ruin and A Court of Frost and Starlight, and then the last part of this video will be reading A Court of Silver Flames. These books are very long, which is why these videos will probably be lengthy. I really hope you enjoy. I am very proud of this video. It goes back to like April or May. It is a long time coming, so I really hope you enjoy this video. It took a lot of hard work to edit this together and film all of these clips and everything, so I really hope that you enjoy. Vlogging at the beginning of this year was a little bit uncomfortable for me still, so I do become a little bit more comfortable and share more of my thoughts and the humor later in the video, so I hope you enjoy that. And also, there is a lot of availability for discourse, so if you'd like to have a discourse about this series, since there is a lot of, different conversations that go around on this series, feel free to start a discourse in the comments below, but please keep it respectful and focused on the writing and the text rather than the people who read it. If there are any disrespectful comments or anything that I don't feel is beneficial or constructive, I will be deleting, so feel free to open up a Discord in the comments below as long as it's safe and respectful, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. Hello, I am here coming to you today because I'm about to start A Court of Thorns and Roses by Queen Sarah J. Maas. I'm excited, I'm scared, I'm nervous. I've gotten so many comments on my June deck of TBR that say, if you don't like A Court of Thorns and Roses, just keep pushing through, keep reading. So I will be doing that. I will be reading at least the first 3 books in this series. I am literally about to start A Court of Thorns and Roses. Oh my gosh, I can't speak today. But I will be recording all of my reactions and things like that to the best of my ability. I'm getting better at doing reading vlogs, so hopefully this will be better because oftentimes I just forget to film for like a really long time and I just don't film. So hopefully I will be better at this, and I'm using this bookmark from the seasonal pages, which I'll have linked in the description below. I love these bookmarks, and I chose this one because it has a little deer on it, and doesn't she kill a deer or something in this book? I don't know, but I chose it, and yes, I love it. Okay, see you next time I film when I will have actually started A Court of Thorns and Roses. Okay, I'm back. I'm about 50 pages into this book, into chapter 6. Feyre has just arrived in the fairy world, which is not a spoiler because it says that happens on the back of the book. And I just recalled that this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and this guy, who I'm assuming is Tamlin, transforms from a beast into a human. And it got me thinking about something, which was that I read this book one time called For the Love of Men by Liz Plank, and it was all about mindful masculinity versus toxic masculinity, and she used the example of Beauty and the Beast to demonstrate this trend in media that perpetuate this idea that violence is rewarded in men. And so like in Beauty and the Beast is violent, he kidnaps Belle and is really rude to her the entire time, and still she falls in love with him. So it's this kind of sign to men that even if they're violent and rude and misogynistic, they can still be happy and get rewarded. I don't know, it's just a weird thing that we don't really think about, and there's like a lot of examples of that in children's like literature and movies and media and things like that. There's a lot of that in young adult media and adult media. This just really reminded me of that. And I know that like I don't think this is a spoiler because I think everybody knows, but like she doesn't end up with Tamlin, like I know that, but like I just feel like that's something that is perpetuated a lot in actually YA literature, and I think that's why I have such a problem with like the bad boy character, because he makes all these mistakes, he has anger issues that are perpetuated not because of his personality, but because of that he's told he can't express real emotions and refuses to evolve from that childhood state, and like all of these things that men do in YA literature that are just wrong and don't work out, but then at the end they're rewarded and they fall in love and they're successful or whatever. It's just this perpetuated idea that men are allowed to be as violent and as angry as they want without improving or evolving to be actually good people, and are continually rewarded for it. So I know that perhaps Tamlin isn't being rewarded for this in the long run. I'm not saying that this storyline of Beauty and the Beast is necessarily problematic. I'm not critiquing it. I'm just saying this is like an interesting way to think about it. And I think that happens a lot in YA literature. And so that's the tea. I'm not like completely drawn in quite yet. I feel pretty neutral about it so far, but it is like keeping my attention reasonably. So I am going to keep reading a little bit more, and I will let you know what I think when I come back to you. At guitar update, I'm on page 174. I'm having a hard time hating Tamlin right now, which I find problematic for myself because it's very easy for me to hate men. I find that, you know, pretty instinctual. So why don't I hate him? I know that this is not how it, like, I know he's not probably in this for very long, I imagine. I thought I was gonna hate him. I thought it was gonna be like the first book she has to be with this loser, abuser guy who's terrible. Why is he nice? Why is he actually being a good person? What is going on? That's what I'm dealing with right now. Why do I not hate him? I feel like my entire identity is like on the line right now. I'm gonna go and keep reading. I literally have read 174 pages in a day. It's a problem. Okay, I'll see you later. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Okay, sorry, I'm back. It's been like 1 second since I've last filmed, but I have a theory. So I'm on page 193. But what occurred in those pages, and perhaps this is a spoiler, but Feyre was like getting attacked by like some fairies and some guy rescued her. I wonder if that was freaking what's his name from the freaking next book. Like, I know way too much about the series for having never read it, but like she ends up with another guy named like Reese. I don't know how to say his name, but I know what he looks like probably because I spend too much time on TikTok, and he's like dark, right? Like he has black hair, and this guy was described as like dark. So that's my theory. I don't know if that's kind of a dumb theory. Like, I just saw one guy who had black hair, and I'm assuming, I don't think it is. I think everything's connected. Why do I look like I have a black eye right now? I don't have a black eye. I'm just tired. Okay, I have to go read more. Okay, bye. I haven't commented on this yet. By the way, I'm now on page 208. I've not commented on this yet, and I can't believe it's taken me long to comment on this. This mask thing is ridiculous. What is this? I've never heard anything so ridiculous. The fact that they can't take off their masks. That's so weird to me. I don't know why. It just seems so, like, what is the point of that? There's no actual consequences besides hiding a portion of your face. Like, I can't decide if Sarah J. Maas is doing it for, like, the tension of it all, of, like, not letting Feyre see Tamlin's face, or if it's just kind of dumb. I don't know, but I find it so silly. Like, what is that? I don't know. Guys, there's some zest going on, y'all. There's some zest. There's some spice. Why am I supposed to hate Tamlin? I don't hate him. Why don't I hate him? He's a little too aggressive for me. Obviously has some anger issues. Definitely has some anger issues. But I don't hate him, and that seems like it's gonna be a problem for me, personally. I was right. It was Rysand, whatever his name is. It was him. Quick critique, though, about Tamlin. I know I was just saying that it's gonna be hard for me to hate him. I think I found it's the protective thing. I don't like it. It's too much, buddy. It's too much. It's just grating on me a little bit because, like, there's always this, like, thing I feel like that happens in these fantasy books where, like, there's another, like, sidekick character, in this case, Lucian, and, like, he's, like, they were besties, it seemed like, and now Tamlin's just, like, replacing him with Feyre. Like, I guess he's, like, busy and stuff, but I just feel like that would be hard for him to get to, and now it's, like, his job to, like, protect her whenever Tamlin's, like, doing something. Like, it just seems like a lot to me. Like, it feels like he would probably resent Tamlin a little bit IRL. Not that any of this could happen IRL because they're literal, like, fairies, so, like, that, you know, besides that. So, I'm not a huge fan of this whole protective situation. That's a little much. Like, I understand she could be in danger, but, like, calmed down a little bit. Like, I feel like, you know, she was hunting for like however many years of her life. I think she could be okay to handle herself a little bit, like a little too much. That's my hot take of the day. Thank you. Bro, Feyre gotta keep it in her pants around wrist. Like, she's freaking out. Like, she gotta calm the heck down. Keep it in your pants, Feyre. It's just a man. It's not that exciting. It's just a man. Just wanted to comment that she's unable to keep it in her pants. It's completely unnecessary comment. Okay, goodbye. What is up with these crappy men? Like, men are so... I thought it was gonna be on Rhysand's side. Like, I know it's some kind of thing where it's like, oh, he didn't have a choice, he had to do this, whatever, there was good reasoning, he didn't know, whatever is gonna come up in the second book. But holy crap, like, couldn't we just have a normal circumstance? It's grinding my gears. I don't know if that's a saying, but that's what I like all of these men are becoming worse the more I read about them. Okay, that's it. It's really grinding my gears. I knew it was gonna be bad. I didn't know it was gonna be this bad. I knew. You know what I'm talking about. You know, don't second guess it. You know what I'm talking about. No, that was not good. Uncomfortable. Bad. Okay, bye. This is a family-friendly channel. Just remember that. It's getting too dark for me to film anymore. Okay, here's the update for the day. I think I can't handle anymore, probably, after that situation, which I just filmed. This is like 5 minutes after that. I finished the chapter. This is going downhill too fast for me to continue. This is rough. Here's my thoughts so far. Not as bad as I thought it would be. Not as good as people say it is. Although people say that the first book is low-key not great, so I would take that in mind. Like, people don't really praise this one as much. But yeah, my appreciation of Tamlin is a downward slope at this point. I will just say spoilers, I guess. So where I'm at right now is Feyre is leaving the Spring Court and going back home, I guess, to her family, I guess. I don't know. That is literally, like, she hasn't even left yet, but that was the end of the chapter. So I guess she's leaving. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, it just feels like weirdly like an ending. So I'm interested in how Sarah J. Maas is gonna move the plot forward with Feyre going back, unless she gets like captured before she goes back or something. I don't know. We'll see. I just don't know. I just feel like the end of this is kind of just gonna go downhill. I'll probably finish it tomorrow, honestly, if I have time. I'm 250-ish pages in, which is a lot of pages. Did not expect to read that many pages in a day. That is impressive. I've not read that many pages in a day in a long time. So I'm pleased with my reading progress, but hesitantly moving forward. And that is my update for the day. If I read more, I probably won't do as frequent updates, and I'll probably just let you know what happens by tomorrow. I'll let you know. But you'll be there in a couple seconds. Hello, it's me. I have not filmed in a couple days. It is now the 19th. Maybe it's been like 2 days. I don't know. But I look kind of gross right now because I've been painting and I've been outside and I haven't showered yet. So I have to go shower. But before I do that, I've been reading a little bit. I am now on chapter 36, aka page 316. I've decided I hate Tamlin since we've last spoken because besides the freaking blank expression that he's giving Feyre, who literally just risked her life to save him, he like got way too possessive. And then after the whole scene where that scene where before she left, that totally changed. Like, I hated everything after that. So yeah, my opinion on him totally changed. You know who I love now though? Nesta. Best character in this book. I don't mind Feyre, actually. I think she's gonna like undergo a lot of character development because I feel like she's like really like kind of weak and naive in this book, and I think that gives her a lot of room to grow. So I think that's a really good thing that Sarah J. Maas did. But you know what else I realized? Sarah J. Maas is excellent at world building. I usually get really bored during large portions of world building, and I've yet to get bored during this book. So I will give Sarah J. Maas that. Anyway, right now she's hunting something in some kind of tunnels. She's doing the like tasks things that Amaranth, that person, is like telling her to do because then she can be released or whatever. I don't know what's gonna happen. I did not think this was gonna happen. The book is almost over, so I don't know how she's gonna do all these tasks before the book is over. I don't know what's gonna happen. I actually don't know what's gonna happen. I have no idea what's gonna happen. I'm gonna keep reading though. and I'm gonna see what happens. I'll speak to you when I have more thoughts. Hello, it's me. It's 1 a.m. on a Monday, and I'm reading this. This book is going on forever. Like, the first day, I read like half of it in a day. How long is this book? This is a tome. This is an entire freaking trilogy fit in one book. There's so much happening, and I appreciate that there is no fluff, but oh my gosh, there is so much that is happening. So much has happened in the course of this book. It is insane. Right now, just to update you, 380 is the page number that I am on if you're following along with me. Chapter 42. If you're unaware what that is off of the top of your head, it is basically the moment where it's before the third trial thing that Feyre has to face, and Tamlin comes up to her, they sneak into a little room, they start getting a little frisky, and then Rhys walks in, he's like, what are you doing? I don't know what's happening at this point. There are so many white men around all the time. It seems like this is a little much. It's a little much for me, if I'm being honest. I don't like this whole thing that's happening right now with Feyre being drugged all the time. Not a fan of that. Don't understand the point of that. That is literally, I feel like, not contributing to the plot except to bring tension between her and Rhys. Then Rhys kisses her. Super strange thing to do. Like, I've gotten at this point that he like cares about her because he's like helping her. I don't understand why. 2, and I guess I'm doing numbers. 3, it doesn't make sense. I guess that's kind of the same as I don't know why. But then, okay, now here's where I started recording, is when Tamlin walks in. And she says, I kept my mouth shut even as I could have died of shame. Even as I ached to explain, Tamlin had to realize the truth. You think that Tamlin walked in there and thought that was a choice? Like, how stupid could he be to think that wasn't a choice? Like, he sees what Rhys does to her every night. How could he think this was her choice? Like, if he gets mad about this, I'm gonna be mad. How could he be that dumb to think that? That hasn't happened yet. But this is some Cassandra Clare bull crap that Sarah J. Maas is pulling here. I don't like this at all. This is so unnecessary. This is like YA 2013 misunderstanding bull crap, and I don't stand for it. Anyway, I'm finishing this book before I go to bed. The time is currently 1:11, June 22nd. I'm going to finish this book tonight if it literally kills me. I have so many more books to read for my June TBR, and so I'm finishing this one today, and no one except Sarah J. Maas can stop me. Depends how bad she makes the ending of this book. So far, honestly, this is better than I expected, though there's actually a plot, and I'm surprised. Okay, that's it for now. I'll let you know if I die. Bye. Guys, this plot just thickened significantly. Guys, the third fairy was Tamlin, and I'm shook to my core. Guys, what's she gonna do? Guys, what literally is she, like, how is she literally gonna, this is rough. Reading about her killing those two fairies, that was rough. I didn't know how to feel about that. That was a really hard choice, and I didn't think she was gonna do it, and then she did, but she's killed 2 of them for Vane, because I know she's not gonna kill Tamlin, even though I want her to, but I don't think she will, but we'll see. But wow, this is literally so insane. Okay, that's it. I gotta see what happens. Okay, goodbye. Okay, I'm doing this way too much now. It's been 30 seconds, but oh my gosh, this is so intense. Like what is going, like, her body is being like broken from the inside out, and like Rhys is trying to save her. What's going on with Tamlin? Why isn't he healing? Why aren't the masks coming up? Why is Amarantha such a total piece of crap? Like, what is this? Rhys's arms buckled as he fought to rise, and blood dropped from his nose, splattering on the marble. His eyes met mine. The bond between us went taut. I flashed between my body and his, seeing myself through his eyes, bleeding and broken and sobbing. What at? What at? What's up with that? I just hate Tamlin, and I'm okay with her being with Rhys, even though he seems like a total, complete, terrible boy. I think he actually had legitimate reasoning, except for the drugging thing. Why? Sir, I think he's just, like, really likes her a lot. is the thing. I think he do. And you know what? I don't want this to turn. I'm talking so much instead of reading. This is why I don't get it finished. But I just want to say one more thing. This turns into a freaking love triangle where she has to like choose between Tamlin and Rhys. Like, that's just gonna like spoil it, because like I'm pretty sure it's trying to hint at the fact that Rhys and Feyre are like mates, or what is it called, like bonded or whatever. I don't know. If they really are that, whatever that is, then she wouldn't have to choose. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't agree. I'm not saying it's gonna be love triangle yet, but if it is, I'm gonna be straight mad. Gonna be straight up upset. Alright, I'm gonna go now. I'm literally gonna finish the book. I'm not gonna come back to you until I finish the book, unless something crazy. No, I'm not gonna come back until you finish the book. Next time you see me, I'll have had the book finished. I'm not done with the book. Why is she in somebody else's body? Why is she in somebody else's body, guys? She's seeing that's happening through somebody else's body. What? Also, can I just say something? No, I can't. I can. I'm gonna say something, because I'm gonna forget. I like the way that this whole riddle situation was set up. I think it was done a lot better than this Heart of Stone thingy. I feel like that just felt like awfully convenient. Well, this felt like it was like planned out. Like, I felt like it was like hinted at from earlier in the book, and then like this is it like happening now, like playing out. Like, this felt very structured and well done, whereas the Heart of Stone thing did not. Like, that did not make any sense to me for some reason. I don't know why. That really, like, that just felt like really awfully convenient, and like, I don't know, just I hate when things just like feel convenient. They only happen because they feel convenient. Okay, that's it. Next time I come to you, the book will be done. I've done it. I finished the book. It's 3.5, 4 stars. I don't like Tamlin so much. I don't know what it is, but I freaking hate his guts. Like, he hasn't even done that much wrong yet, but oh my gosh, I can't freaking stand him. For some reason, I can stand Rhys. This is against everything I stand for. I finished the book. It's very dark now. I did it. I finished a Sarah J. Maas book. Wow. And I didn't even hate it, is the thing. Here's what I don't want. The next book to just be her deciding between Tamlin and Rhys. I just want the beginning of the book to be surprised Tamlin is dead and now Feyre is with Rhys. Because I know that this is more romance heavy than plot heavy, but I am like craving a plot right now. Because what is there left to happen in the next book plot wise? I have nothing to look forward to plot wise except her being with Rhys. Eventually, I know it's gonna happen. I know chapter 55. I know it's gonna happen, but I gotta wait, I guess. I guess I gotta read 54 chapters. Anyway, I don't even have the second book, so I don't know when I'm gonna see you next. It probably won't be for a while to continue this vlog series. So those are my thoughts. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. I'm so tired. It is now 2 a.m. I have to go to sleep. Thank you for watching. I'll keep you updated. Hello. It is August 1st or 2nd. I don't know. It's Monday. So the first Monday in August, and I'm studying my TBR right now. If you've seen my August deck of TBR video, you know I got a Court of Mist and Fury on that for that video. So I'm starting it now. I am terrified. I know this one is like the most iconic, I feel like, out of all of them, so I'm a little bit terrified, and it's also pretty chunky, so I'm just like really curious. It's 624 pages, so I'm curious if I'm gonna be able to get through this quickly or if it's gonna be slow. I have no idea, but I'm just about to start it, and I will check in with you guys when I have something more to say. Okay, I am 87 pages in, and honestly, Tamlin needs to literally go away immediately. I cannot freaking handle this man. My gosh, he's the worst. He's literally gaslighting Feyre. He's telling her she's not powerful enough, she can't train fast enough, she's not smart. Can this man leave the premises immediately? Like, seriously, he needs to be out of this book ASAP. I don't hate Rhysand, whatever the crap his name is, as much anymore, because it seems like he actually had some legitimate reasons for what he did. Tamlin has no legitimate reasons except he's sexist and the worst, and I hate him. That's where I'm at currently. I'm gonna keep reading, but I just needed to get that out because wow, he's the worst and I hate him a lot. This freaking guy putting a wall up? Are you kidding me? Like, what is his mindset right now? I'm just trying to get into his mind about putting this wall up around the thing to keep Feyre inside. I'm just trying to wrap my mind around what he thinks that is going to accomplish. He's literally gaslighting the crap out of her and being the worst. Have I emphasized how terrible he is? If he doesn't die, like, I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna feel personally attacked if he doesn't die immediately. Alright. She's in the night court. And I don't hate it. Why don't I hate it? I hate myself for not hating it. So there's still hate involved. The banter is very good. I can't, what do you want me to do about it? The banter is very good. I'm a sucker for banter. And the banter is very good. So, I don't know what you want from me. I'm sorry, I don't hate it. That's it. I'm taking a break for tonight because I'm so disappointed in myself. I'm stopping at chapter 16, page 157. And I'll see if I read more tonight. And that's it for now. Man, I am so disappointed in myself. Okay, it is the next day, so August, I need to figure out what date it is. August 3rd. And I read a little bit more last night, not much. I got to page 182, and then I stopped for the day. I have been, like, considering this book throughout last night and then today, and, like, thinking, like, trying to nail down some solid thoughts. And here's what I have to say. Here are the most solid thoughts I've come up with. It is really bugging me how little diversity is in this book. I know that's not a new thought. I knew that there was going to be no diversity in this book going into it. I did not expect diversity, but I didn't expect it to, but it is bothering me not more than I thought I would, because I knew that it would irk me. It feels so without depth. I can't describe exactly what it is that is exactly bothering me, because I knew this going in. I knew I was going to be disappointed by the lack of diversity. I think recently I have just been really enjoying diversity, like reading a lot of books. Like, Talia Hibbert just handles diversity so well, and after having read her, and like I just read Beth O'Leary, who handled mental illness representation really well, and I was just reading We Are the Ashes, We Are the Fire by Joe McCulloch, who's handling diversity really well. It is just like bothering me to a whole new extent after reading a bunch of authors who handle diversity really well, to then be faced with a book who doesn't even attempt to put any diversity in this book. And I don't mean just racial diversity. I mean, like, every character in this book is white, straight, cisgender, non-disabled, and extremely hot. And it's just disappointing to know that these books are still so popular and so well loved. And not that they don't deserve the acclamation for, you know, the stories that were written and the characters that were developed and things like that. There is something to be said about the talent Sarah J. Maas has with writing books that people want to read, and that is a talent in itself. But there is no excuse for not including diversity in a book. There is no excuse. I mean, it is literally just writing what exists already. It's already there for you. All the diversity already exists. I just can't wrap my head around not having any diversity in a book. Like, what? It just bugs me a lot. And there were so many opportunities for it, is the thing. There are so many new characters. There are so many opportunities to represent so many things. No matter how good the characters are, no matter how good... There's a child outside across the street staring in through my window. Why are they staring at me? Oh my gosh, this is so uncomfortable. Either way, I cannot right now. I don't think I can give, no matter how good the characters are, no matter how good the world building is, no matter how good the plot is, which I'm not saying any of those things are good in this book. I'm just saying, no matter how good all of those things are, I can't give a book 5 stars that doesn't have any representation. I just can't. And maybe that's ridiculous. Maybe that's looking at things like not for a book, but as like, I don't know what that says about me. I don't know what that means for me as a reviewer, if I'm not looking at it correctly, like if I'm not, I don't know what that says about me, but I just think it's ridiculous. I think it's absolutely ridiculous, and I'm gonna keep reading it. because I hate myself, and I hate that I don't hate this book more, but it is really compulsively readable, and I'm still gonna read it because I've started it, and I'm probably still gonna read this series, and I don't know what that says about me either. The repercussions of my moral integrity of reading this book are questionably worth it. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth me stooping to this level to read this book. Anyway, that's my rant for today. I'm going to read some more, and I'll let you know if I have any more thoughts or feelings or whatever. But right now, I'm just disappointed in everything, including myself. I think we have a person of color, people. Well done, Sarah. Well done. I'm at the part where they're, like, just going to a restaurant or something in town or something. I don't know. And it says, the owner, a slim, dark-skinned female with lovely brown eyes, was standing behind my chair. Now, this character doesn't get a name. They are the owner of a restaurant, and they just serve them. They just serve them food. That's their job. The first person of color in this book. Oh my. I just need to posit that Amren is amazing, and I love her. And Nesta, they're both amazing. They're my favorite characters. Whichever one is bullying the men in this book more is my current favorite. I love them both for their bullying tactics. Best quote of this book so far, without a doubt, is, touch me, Cassie, and I'll remove your favorite part, small as it might be. That actually made me laugh out loud. I'm still reading. I'm 300 pages in now. Why can't I stop? I don't know. I hate myself so much. I'm sorry. I'm a disappointment. I know. So, I'm on page 309, and they've just arrived at the summer court. Summer court, whatever. And it seems as though the people at the summer court are people of color. So, that's good, I guess. But it still doesn't make up for, this is the first actual representation of any type of diversity, is 300 pages into the second book of a series. Does not make up for it at all. But I'm glad there is a named person of color in this book who isn't a chef. That's, I cannot get over that. That is so strange. But that's what's happening right now. I think it's too little too late, but I mean, at least something. Doesn't make up for anything, but yeah, that's where we're at. Alright, gonna keep going. I am currently hating myself more than ever, and also reading the portion of this book which details the Court of Nightmares. I'm just wondering if this is necessary, you know? I'm just wondering if this is all necessary. Everything that's happening, is it necessary? I think not. I think it's the dramatics. I think it's not very necessary, Sarah. Sarah, I don't think this is necessary. It's past midnight. I'm still reading this book. This garbage trash. I'm incredibly disappointed, but guys, we're getting close. We're getting dangerously close. I guess we'll see what happens. I have kept my expectations extraordinarily low after A Court of Thorns and Roses. Low expectations. That's basically my update for right now. I'm literally not going to sleep tonight, so that's great. I hate this book has ruined me. I just finished chapter 48. It was better. It was fine. It was fine, okay? Judge me. Fine. It was fine. But now, like, something's happening. I don't know. Somebody's been captured. There's arrows happening. I don't know what's going on. Nobody's watching this video for that. So, I'm gonna go until I get to chapter 55, and then I'll let you know what happens. Alright, I just want to say something. If he has to drink her blood, I am going to lose my mind. That seems like the way this is going. And I am going to lose my mind. That is not okay. This is not Twilight. This cannot be Twilight. I'm I hate vampires. This is too close for me. This is terrible. Like, maybe if she puts it in a cup or something, but if it's straight, I will lose my mind. I will lose my actual mind. So in the grand scheme of everything that's going on right now, vis-a-vis mates, it doesn't seem like the blood is actually that big of a deal. Just wanna, it's not, it was like 2 more sentences were given to the blood. I thought it was gonna be creepy. I think I might have overreacted in that case. Apologies. Gotta continue reading this stupid garbage book. Why do I enjoy this? I hate myself. It is 2 in the morning. The amount of info dumping that occurs in this book is actually wild and unacceptable. And that's it. That's all I came here to say, is that it's unacceptable. Okay, what? This whole mate thing is so weird, right? Just me? No? Okay. What is happening? Why am I so uncomfortable? This is so much. This is so much. I feel like I'm going through the 5 stages of something right now. I don't know if it's grief. I don't know if it's confusion. I'm going through different stages of emotions right now, right? I was in like uncomfortable cringe. Now I'm in like laughter. Like this can't be real. And what? This is a lot. This is just a lot. I'm gonna push through it. I'm gonna push straight through it. Here I go. Okay. The word choice is just not. Goodness, it's bad. The word choice is bad. I'm sorry, but what on earth is? It's making me cringe so bad. Oh my gosh. I'm like, the 3rd stage is nausea. The 3rd stage. It's hitting me in the gut now. You're telling me the mountains trembled? You're telling me rock structures what does that even, is that a metaphor? I don't know. What does that mean? If it's not a metaphor, that's absolutely ridiculous. That's nothing. That's nothing. What do you mean? What does that mean? Why would that happen? This is ridiculous. I cannot no longer suspend my disbelief. This is so strange. I cannot. It's been like 5 minutes since I've last been in here. Like, new things are happening. Well, no, new things are happening. This is still happening, you know. But I just have another question about the mountains, because I can't stop thinking, like, do you ever think about the fact that, like, there are other people around you in those mountains? Like, did she think, like, maybe the next day somebody would be like, hey, did you hear that earthquake? It was, like, right, like, on the mountain that your cabin is on. Are you guys okay? And be like, what are you gonna say? What are you gonna say to that? What are you gonna say? Like, what if a rock fell and hurt somebody? You ever think of that? It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. I can't with these mountains. And I can't. It's still happening. And I have to sit here and let it happen to me. It's ridiculous. I just keep flipping the page and there's more words. Like, how many more words can this take? Like, what is going on? This is madness. But the last stage of this is hysteria. I cannot handle this. I keep flipping, expecting the chapter to end, and it's still going. What is this? I'm going back. Here I go. There's like, at a certain point, it's ridiculous. Right? Like, it's ridiculous, right? Okay, I'm going back in, but this is so much. So it's over. The chapter's done. There's so much to unpack in here. You know what I mean? There's so much. Like, this whole thing about when the mating happens and men just get really aggressive. It's so interesting to me when authors work toxic masculinity into their plot lines and find excuses for it. You know what I mean? Like let's say this was reality and it was really, like, actually very difficult for them to not be angry. Then that'd be fair. But this is a fantasy world. So, like, let's say it didn't have to be this way because it was fantasy and fiction. You know what? You're picking up what I'm putting down? Like, it didn't have to be this way. She chose She woke up and chose toxic masculinity, and I think that's the overlying problem with this book. Like, that's what I'm talking about with the Court of Nightmares, where it was just like, she woke up and chose that. What? Like, it didn't have to be that way. Why is it that way? I'm gonna maybe read one more chapter, and then I can't take any more. But I kind of need to know what happens next, because after that, I need something to cleanse the palate. It just... Alright, yeah, I just needed that one more chapter to get out of my system, and now I'm done. Stopping at chapter 57. I might need a 5-day break from this book, because that was just so... I think I just read too much of it in one day, and now I cannot even fathom reading another word of this right now. Either way, I'm done for the night. It's literally 2 in the morning. I'm going to hate myself tomorrow. I already hate myself tonight. Alright, I'm going. I'm leaving. I don't know when I'll be back. I just gotta go. I gotta get out of here. Okay, I took a day off from reading that book, A Court of whatever, and I feel back. I feel back. I'm so tired. I feel rejuvenated to go back into this book, and I'm gonna let you know how that goes. Quick update. So I'm at the point where they're all like in the castle of the Hybern boy and trying to get the cauldron. Didn't work. Tamlin's in there now. What? Why? That's stupid. Things aren't really going well for everybody, but somehow, like, this is the best part of the book. Like, there's actually things happening, and I'm, like, enjoying it. Like, there's actually, like, stakes at this point, so pretty much enjoying that. I actually think I'm gonna finish it. I don't think I have too much more to go. On page 598, and there's, like, what, 326 pages? So, I have, like, 30 more pages to go. So I think I'm just gonna finish it, and we'll see how that goes. Curious for how this is gonna end. It kind of seems like my prediction is they're not gonna get the cauldron, but they're gonna get out fine, because I feel like the next book has to be like the actual war happening, or maybe they won't get out fine. Maybe Feyre's gonna get captured or something. I don't know, but as long as there's stakes, I'm here for it. All right, going back in. New prediction. So I'm at the point where like the sisters Nesta and Elaine are here, and I'm gonna say that because they have to test this cauldron situation for the queens do it, so I'm guessing that they're gonna test it. Nesta is gonna become a fae, or I think she's gonna become a fae because I know she has a spin-off book, so like I feel like she has to become a fae. But I think Elaine is gonna die. I don't know why, I just feel that coming. Maybe they test on her first and it doesn't work or something. I don't know. I think Elaine is gonna die. If she doesn't, it'll be a little, not like nobody has died yet is the thing, and it's making me scared because I feel like at this point somebody should have died. Like there should have been some kind of death. So I feel like it's coming, it's impending, somebody's gonna die, and I kind of know that it's not Feyre, Reese, whatever his name is, Asriel, or Cassian, maybe more, I don't know, but I think Lenny's gonna die. So that's my prediction. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever read my entire life. This is the most ridiculous book I've ever read. I cannot believe this is happening. Are you kidding me? So, like I said, I thought there was going to be a plot. I thought there was going to be stakes. I thought, like, Elaine was going to die. I thought Nesta was going to become, like, you know. Are you kidding me? In the moment of the most action that this book has had in forever, I've read 600 pages of this book. This is the most exciting thing that's happened. In this action-packed moment where the stakes are high and Nesta and Elaine are being thrown into this cauldron and, like, Feyre's, like, vomiting on the floor, Lucian has the audacity to come up and say to Elaine, "You're my mate." Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me with this crap? Why can't we have a plot? All I want is a plot. And everybody is just getting married? What is this? I can't handle this. This is absolutely ridiculous. That is the last thing I saw coming. I saw everything else coming. I saw every other death coming. I was waiting for something good to happen, some plot, some intrigue. And instead, some man says, "You're my mate." Are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. I can't believe there's more. There's more pages, and there's another book. There's more books after this. I can't believe it. I can't believe what this is. Sarah. Why, Sarah? Sarah! Have a plot, Sarah! Gosh. This is not what I meant when I said plot. This is not what I meant. I can't even describe to you where I'm at mentally. Or anything. What is going on? Okay, so now they've broken the bond. Whatever. I'm not even mad. I'm mad that freaking Tamlin is bad. Like, if this book ends and she's still with Tamlin, I'm going to lose my mind. If I have to stand one more second of him, I will lose my actual mind. If this book ends and Tamlin isn't in it anymore, if he isn't dead on the ground, I will lose my mind. So that's just where I'm at, I think, mentally with this book. I can't even rate this book. Honestly, at this point, A Court of Thorns and Roses is better at this point. Because this is trash. This is garbage trash. This isn't anything. This is nothing. There's nothing here. Okay, so I finished it. Tamlin is still in the picture, but I'm not quitting because I actually like this idea of her being a spy. I thought it was going to be different. I thought it was going to be like Reese, whatever, didn't believe, and it was all going to be about them getting them bond back or whatever, which is not the case. The bond is not broken. So I'm fine. Now I have to wait another like month until I can read the next book. But I think I need a month off, so that's good. But yes, A Court of Mist and Fury is done. I'm officially, I think, rating it 3 stars. That feels too high. I probably would do 2.5. I really actually liked the end of A Court of Thorns and Roses, like the whole trial thing. I really liked that. This one, it just felt like there was no plot until the last like 100 pages. So much of it could be cut out, but they're honestly pretty equal ranking for me, so I'm gonna give this one 3 stars as well. But yeah, that is the end of this moment of this section of the vlog. I'll probably see you in like another month or so, but until then, have a good day. Okay, bye.